Welcome back. Brian is up next, testing the Motiv Pride Dynasty. This is our part 3. We described the ball in detail in part 1, so we'll just focus here on what it looks like for Brian. As you can see, it has that, what I call big ball style motion. Medium length due to the cover strength, medium archy heavy roll due to the core. And this type of motion can either be challenging or amazing on house shots. In this case, it was somewhat in between for Brian. House shots force you into a zone of play, typically with the walled up pattern laid on the topography. So Brian can find an okay slot, but it was, I would say, somewhat limited ultimately. The ball is too strong to work well from on top of the outside friction. It was also a bit hard to open up the lane as it's a bit too rolly for Brian. We all saw that rolliness in the testing when we got in, but we also all have different limitations in ball reaction depending on our bowling style. The motion is still a very nice shape, and with that strong arc, and when it worked, it looked very good. It would be much better on a sport shot, I would say, for Brian. He had his forge on hand, which would have filled the same strong control type slot for him. The forge got a touch more length and therefore provided a touch more punch down lane. While neither ball are ideal for this particular condition for Brian, the forge was, I would say, a touch more versatile because of that length, probably because it's a little older and covers a little used more. The Pride Dynasty, with its strong cover and strong core, really dictate the shape and add that to the condition dictating lane play. Brian gets a bit of a narrow window, but the shape is certainly worth strong consideration for the strong control slot in the bag, especially since we bowl on sport shots more often than most.